This segment sponsored by Mike Thomas Associates. The process of selling your home can feel a bit overwhelming. So today we're going to break it all down with Mike Thomas Associates Realtors, Price and Jeanne Hosted. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Yes. Okay. So this is exciting because the top of the year is sometimes the time that people are really trying to determine their goals, including what to do with their home, if they're looking to buy, if they're looking to sell. And I know as realtors, you probably work with a whole gamut of folks. So can you start by just sharing about your services as a realtor?
Well, we work with buyers and sellers, and we have in new builds, and we also represent Sky Hill Homes. We just work with all types of people, whether it be whatever price range their home is in.
Yeah. Okay. So just a variety of people and things. And so right now we're going to focus on the home selling part of it. So Jay, tell me about just the starting process that people should really think about and really just the landscape in which you start to help them from the beginning.
Right. If somebody's considering selling a property, whether that's vacant land or an existing structure on land, what we do usually is we want to analyze what the property is, take measurements, gather data so that we can do the math to help those clients to see, does it make sense to sell or is it better to wait? Along with that, we want to coach them to make sure that they can get top dollar for that real estate as well.
Yeah, and that has a lot to do with like the market research and just really trying to understand what they're looking for or what someone is looking for in their home, right? So talk to me about that process, Jeanne. Like, how do you really determine the best way to put a person's home on the market?
Well, we'd like to work with people from day one, and so that they don't overspend trying to prepare their home, whether it just be a little bit of paint, deep cleaning, just things that they need to do that would make their home sellable without them going in the hole for doing it. So we try to help them through that process, and that's really an important thing to a lot of people. They don't know what to do. Where do I start? So we just go in and we help them.
Right, which is great because really the upgrades is something that people have to consider too, right? So what type of upgrades do you typically look for when it comes to the presentation portion?
So on the upgrades, sometimes it's just as important what we tell them not to worry about. Some people think, well, I need to just make it perfect. Well, you can, but if you spend, $100,000 and you're only gaining, $20,000 of value, that's not worth the money. So just trying to find those key things to do or not do, that's, we really pride ourselves in making sure we're coaching people into that realm.
Yeah. And then what about like the financial side of it? When people are trying to determine how much to sell, do you guys really guide them on how much their most buyer potential could be?
We go through a market analysis, and that helps us find out how much the properties in their area have sold for or like properties. And it's really an important thing because, they won't sell if they're much higher than what is the others are going for.
Yeah, and then right now I know that technology is really important when it comes to how to sell your home and how to really get the marketing aspect out. And I know that that's something that's important to you both because you're utilizing videos and photos and really capturing the home in a certain way, correct?
We always want to accentuate that individual property for what it is. Every property has its pluses and minuses, and so if we can really capture that positive that property has that makes that stand out to buyers interested, then that just increases the profitability of the sale.
Yeah. And so what are some tips that you can give right now to the viewers who are listening who may be considering if right now is a good time to sell?
Just give us a call and we'll come out and talk to them and evaluate their situation, and hopefully we can get some answers for them.
Okay, yeah. Any advice, Jay?
Yeah, I would just carry that thought through to say every single situation is different, just like every property is different. Not everybody has $10,000 to put into their house. Should that be helpful? Sometimes we have to figure out, okay, well, if we're working on a limited budget, what's the going to be the most impactful, or should we say, well, let's just cut our losses at that point? So it comes down to the numbers and just everybody's individual situation. Timing goes into it, and everything like that.
Yeah. And what do you think that you bring to being a realtor that can really help people in a unique way?
Yeah, we really just kind of what we're talking about with the individual people. Everybody, what we're trying to do is beyond just one sale and beyond just a transaction. We're trying to form a relationship, and the trust that you should have in a professional helping you with something worth so much money.
Right.
We really just want to create that relationship that lasts a lifetime. Clients for life, if you will. That's just our aim is.
And so when it comes to helping clients with buying and selling, do you specifically help with one process over another or at the same time? For example, if you're helping someone sell their home, are you simultaneously helping them in the process of buying their new home, or is that separate?
We usually, do both.
Okay.
We can do both. And with that being said, the buyers, we know what the buyers are looking for, so that helps the seller helps us prepare the seller.
Yeah.
For what they're needing to do.
Right.
And what the buyers will really be wanting to see and have. So.
Yeah, that's true, because that connectivity. So like Jay said, you're building that relationship, so you're getting to know what they need and want, so you can be the best people to help them just along that whole journey. Yeah. Very exciting. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming in and chatting with me.
Thank you.
And if you would like more information about Mike Thomas Associates, we'll have their website listed below. Give them a call and ask any question that you have, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Mike Thomas Associates.